Hi guys, today we're going to be revisiting Plants vs Zombies BT, probably one of the most underrated PvZ fan games out there and absolutely deserves more attention. We're going to be taking a look at what has been going on over the last 8 months, including some really exciting new features including a versus mode, loads of new plants and zombies, as well as the mobile version of the game. The main reason it's been so long since we've checked this out is because I hadn't been able to work out how to download the updated files. However, fortunately, Seferiso swooped in to save the day. After a quick message, they kindly sent me over the latest files and away I went. So a huge thank you to Serferiso. Please go and check out their channel if you haven't already. So, just a quick recap about PvZ BT since it has been so long. Created by House Raddish and developed on the Unity engine, Plants vs Zombies Beautiful Town is heavily based on our typical PvZ tower defense games, but includes a variety of new characters from across the entire franchise, as well as a large number of original creations. The game has multiple game modes, including a sandbox mode and endless mode. It is also worth noting the game is written in Chinese, so I would highly recommend using Yandex Translate or other software which can translate images. So first up, let's talk about something that I don't think any other PvZ fan game has done previously, and that is a versus mode. That's right, Plants vs Zombies BT has a fully working local versus mode. Unfortunately, this isn't an online feature currently, and I don't think there are any plans for it to be online. It would be incredible if that was implemented, but I'd imagine it's very difficult to do. So if you click in here, you'll be greeted with the versus mode screen. I'll show translated screenshots here just so you have a better idea of what's going on. So essentially both players use the same keyboard to play, just different keys are used for each person obviously. The game mode itself works pretty much as it does in the original PvZ. The zombies win by reaching the house and the plants win by destroying zombie targets, or in this case Z-Tech banners. The only main difference here is that zombies can only be spawned on tombstones or in the last column of tiles, so once you go to the character selection screen you're probably going to want to choose tombstones, else you're very limited on where you can place zombies. You will also need brain vendors because these are just sunflowers for the zombies, so again another slight difference. The final thing to note is that zombies have a couple of power-ups that can be used. For example, we have a syringe that increases zombie speed by 50%. However, when used, any zombie that is smaller than the one you use the syringe on will be destroyed for 8 seconds. Overall, an incredibly well done versus mode, again something I don't think any other fan game has done at this moment in time. Now we'll move on to new plants and zombies, and to be honest there's been so many new ones since I last played it, it would be impossible to fit them all into one video. So with that, I'm just going to highlight some of my favourite new additions. First up we have the Undying Pharaoh, which we should all recognise from Plants vs Zombies Heroes. As you can all guess by the name, this basically makes zombies unkillable. Not completely, but they really take a lot of hits. But what this means is if you manage to vanquish a zombie, i.e. make its head pop off, the Pharaoh is actually going to keep that zombie alive. Basically it turns zombies into headless chickens, which I find both disturbing and hilarious. Of course, if the Pharaoh is destroyed, the zombie under its control will also die. On the plant side of things, I want to talk about Holographic Wreath. So this is an original creation that basically turns any plant into a hologram. You can place it on top of any other plant, and whilst the plant can still attack, the zombies cannot eat it. Instead, they just walk straight through it. So it kind of has a plus and a minus. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense to put this on a tall nut, for example, but it could be very useful in certain situations. You also need to be aware that any vehicle type zombie can crush both the plant and Holographic Wreath, so it's not completely foolproof, which I like. The final character I want to talk about is Ghost Pepper, which was recently showcased on House Raddish's Billy channel. A character from PvZ2, but I just love the redesign. There's also a really nice detail that when a zombie is killed, Ghost Pepper absorbs their soul, which is pretty cool. I also think maybe Ghost Pepper needs these souls to stay on the field, else it will disappear after a time. Also, when put next to Holographic Wreath, it will actually attack the plant inside of it to absorb its soul. Maybe the holographic plants are classed as ghosts, which is why it attacks them. I'm not sure. Going back to game modes, as well as sandbox, endless versus and test modes, a new challenge mode has been added. These are essentially like mini games in PvZ1 that include a gameplay quirk you wouldn't find in the base game. So for example, in the golden hour level, after the first wave of zombies, sun producing plants will no longer be able to produce sun. There's a total of 3 challenges currently, but presumably more will be added in the future. Finally, let's discuss the Android version of Plants vs Zombies BT. With this game being created on the Unity engine, I think it gave the creator a lot of freedom to do whatever they wanted with it. One of those things includes a mobile port of the game. So yes, if you don't have a PC, you can still play this game. Now, for the most part, the mobile version is exactly the same as the PC version. However, at the moment, the biggest difference is the performance. It's not by any means bad, but compared to the PC version, you will certainly notice a drop in frame rate. Sometimes the load times can be a bit longer as well, and I did get one crash, but apart from that, it seemed pretty good. It's just awesome both PC and mobile players can experience this fantastic fan game. Anyway guys, that's about it for today's video. Let me know what you think about PvZ BT in the comments below. But other than that, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons, turn on notifications, and if you want to support the channel further, check out my Patreon page by clicking on screen now or through the link in the description. Okay, thanks guys, bye.